to each of you as once again we celebrate Connect to Compete and the unveiling of the Cox Technology Center here at the newly opened Desert Pines Boys and Girls Club. Before we get started, allow me to thank our wonderful partners. According to survey results from Connect Nevada's 2013 Residential Technology Assessment, the statewide average of households connected to broadband services is 81%, a slight increase from 78% in 2010. But while that increase appears to be good news, therein lies the digital divide. In the zip codes we're standing in today, in this map that's illustrated where we call our corridor, the rate of internet connectivity is close to or matches Connect Nevada's estimate of 55%. And that's quite a gap to the rest of Nevada, a state whose average broadband adoption rate is 81%. Providing access to affordable internet service is the first step towards bridging the digital divide and achieving a digitally active community. As a company, Cox Communications believes in doing everything we can to connect all families to the internet, no matter where they live. We have a strong history of supporting broadband adoption programs across the country. Our approach is to begin with the most vulnerable members of our community, our children, so they can compete and have a greater chance of success in the digital world that awaits them. We know that children who don't have access to the internet at home are at a disadvantage at school, and they fall behind their peers. No child should fall behind because they don't have access to the necessary technology, and that's why Connect to Compete, a program designed to bring discounted internet for $9.95 a month to eligible families, is so vital. That said, it's a great day when a company like Cox Communications becomes engaged in the conversation about bridging the digital divide. And that's why we're here today. Cox Las Vegas is announcing a concerted effort to bring Connect to Compete to a digitally at-risk area of the Las Vegas Valley. We're also cutting the ribbon on our sixth Cox Technology Center in Southern Nevada. We're striving to bridge the digital divide, and in so doing, we're hoping to unlock opportunity for at-risk, or as we like to call them at Cox, at-promise members of our Las Vegas communities. And now, please welcome.
Cox Communications has a strong history of connecting kids to technology, whether that's in the classroom, in the community, or in their home. We're a founding partner along with the FCC to establish the Connect to Compete discount internet service program, and we have been a national technology partner of the Boys and Girls Club of America for more than a decade, funding more than 75 Cox Technology Centers across our 18-state footprint. In our commercial services division, Cox Business provides internet services to more than 7,400 schools, serving approximately 4 million students, including Clark County School District right here in Southern Nevada. We are passionate about providing our students, the teachers, and the community the tools and technology required for future success. Now it's my pleasure to introduce
a luncheon just before this, and we learned about a number of radio stations and their commitments to local communities and what they're able to do during times of emergency and so forth. So it's so important for me to come off the Strip, come off of the convention center and come visit other parts of the city and see what else is happening in the communities out at large. And so when I had the opportunity to come out to see what was happening with Cox Communications, I was happy and pleased to join. It's so important to see what the private sector is communing and providing to its communities and its citizens and its subscribers and all the benefits it's able to bring to the communities that they serve so well. We all know, as many of you may know, the Federal Communications Commission is made up of 5 dedicated public servants. I guess I'll be the 5th person to that, maybe not so much. But I would say my 4 colleagues and I fully recognize the benefits of what broadband brings to Americans, citizens, especially our youth, and what it brings to the educational benefits. We do have skirmishes from time to time, and you may have heard of some of them on other issues. But to a person, we acknowledge what the benefits of broadband adoption means to everybody in the community, what it means not only for just the basic completions of projects that are necessary, including schoolwork and homework for our youth, but it also means for adults and growing and job placement in a number of different areas that's so important. But technology also that we learn today and what the students are able to learn here today, they're going to take with them for wherever they go and wherever they go in the future of their life. So it's so important that we get to students early. We train them as best as possible with technology because they're going to be confronted with that going forward.
For the record, I just need you to pronounce your first and last name for me, please.
It's Michael O'Reilly.
And your official title.
It is Commissioner at the Federal Communications Commission.
And tell me about your involvement here today for this ribbon cutting ceremony, this technology that's for the community, for children.
So thanks. I want to appreciate Cox Communications for having me out today. Part of my role is to learn what they're able to bring to from a private sector perspective to the communities and what they're contributing to Boys and Girls Centers, bringing technology, bringing broadband to the citizens and the youth of America.
Do you see this being a trend across the United States?
Well, private sector participants and partnerships have been a long-standing practice in the communication space. So this just adds to that long history.
Okay. And let's see. Just the concept that it's offered to people at different levels of income. Your thoughts, your opinions on that? That's kind of new to me. Is it new in general?
So broadband adoption rates are different amongst many different sectors. Some is based on income, some is based on interest and by the community themselves. So there are a number of different factors that go into different adoption rates. Income is one, but when you bring a center like this together, you can help solve some of those problems.
Anything else you might want to add?
No, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Great. All right, just look at me, stay right there. And I just need you to pronounce your first and last name and spell it for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Margarita Gonzalez, Margarita Gonzalez, Gonzalez.
And you live in Las Vegas, Northwest?
Yes.
That's right. And you're a mother of?
My son is Michael Gonzalez, Michael Michael Gonzalez, Gonzalez.
Now tell me about your experiences. You won the program, or you got to participate in a program. Tell me about the program and how it has changed your life and your family's life.
We launched a program, like I mentioned, in 2013, so it's going to be on 2 years now. And it's changed our lives drastically because before that we didn't have internet access or a computer. With the $9.95 that it's affordable as a single parent, I can afford it, and I can get my son to do his homework, and his grades have changed tremendously. We do science, math, research, and I myself do medical research for him. So with this affordable $9.95 a month and no charge for the modem or to come and do the services, it's just a 1 month $9.95 for a whole year, 2 years, I'm sorry. So they give you a discount also on computers. So it's changed our life dramatically because before we didn't have neither. So thanks to Cox, we're very appreciative to Cox for helping us.
So how difficult was life before the internet for you as far as education and communication? Did you feel like you were a step behind?
I felt like I was totally lost because either I had to go to someone's house to borrow internet access or go to the library or walk to another Boys and Girls Club and use a computer. So we were totally lost. But with this, Cox, it's like it changed our lives. So we're on it now every day now.
Good. And you're having fun, you're learning?
Yes, having fun, and we're learning.
Are you able to communicate with other people, other family members, relatives that you haven't?
We do Skype, and we do Skype in California, and we communicate, we do emails, and basically Cox has everything that you need to do in today's technology.
A lot of people don't know about the program, the Connect to Compete program. Is that what this is?
The Connect to Compete, it varies. If you have a child that's getting free lunch at school, you're automatically qualified. So you give Cox a call and they will tell you what to do next. But all you have to do is at least have one child free lunch.
Excellent, that's great. So that's it. Anything else you want to talk about or mention?
I just want to thank Cox very much for having us once again to let everybody know the community that there is help out there for those that think they're lost, but they're not. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Can you pull his bottled water over on the table?
Put it right in the camera picture. Yeah.
Perfect placement again.
I'm good at that. Good product placement.
Speed? All right. You have all those random people in the background?
signs here.
Ah, yes. John, the hardest question I'm going to ask you is the first one, and that's your name, your first last name, and if you could spell it, please, for me,
Yep, it's John Wolf, John Wolfe.
and your title.
Senior Vice President, Southwest Region Manager for Cox Communications.
So describe to us a little bit what happened here today.
Well, today was all about helping to bridge the digital divide and helping to bring broadband services, internet services to families who are least able to afford it. And we did that today in two ways. First, by cutting the ribbon on a brand new technology center, Cox Technology Center, here at the Desert Pines Boys and Girls Club. And secondly, by announcing a push for all of the neighborhoods around this club to really push our Connect to Compete program into those homes.
Tell me how the Connect to Compete program works.
Well, what Connect to Compete does is it takes our internet product and combine it with computers. Can I start that one over since this is? Okay.
Hey, Cammie?
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
but you look superb. No, that's okay. You didn't mess me up. I messed myself up before you walked in there.
And don't go out that door because it'll screw up our life. Thanks.
Okay. What was your question again?
Tell us how the Connect to Compete program works.
Sure. The Connect to Compete program is a partnership between Cox Communications and other companies, and importantly, the Federal Communications Commission, to bring low-cost internet access to families that really can't afford it. And the way we do that is we offer our low-cost, deeply discounted internet service, and we pair up with a technology partner to also provide a deeply discounted computer for families who can't afford it. And if you're a family and your kid is on a school lunch program and you don't currently have Cox internet service, you're eligible for Connect to Compete.
So, how do you become eligible for Connect to Compete again?
Well, the eligibility requirements are really pretty simple. If you're a family and one or more of your kids is a student in school and they are eligible for a subsidized school lunch program, and you're not currently a Cox internet customer, you're eligible for Connect to Compete.
And tell me a little bit about the partnership of and why Cox brings its internet technology to the Boys and Girls Clubs here.
We've had a national partnership with the Boys and Girls Club for many years. It really marries a passion of Cox Communications, which is connecting youth and technology in places where kids are, and we're in places that provide wonderful services to kids who need it the most. And we know the Boys and Girls Clubs are here for kids during those after-school hours, when all the research tells us that's when kids are most at risk. So what a better partner and what a better place to reach them than right here.
So last question. What was magical about hearing that family, the Gonzalez family, talk about fly buzzing around you?
Is that part of the question?
How that technology, that low-cost internet service offered through Connect to Compete, how it's changed their life. How did that make you feel to hear that?
Well, it's we talk about this a lot in theoretical terms, and then when you come here and you see kids using the technology, and then you hear from the family we heard from today talking about how access to that technology has made her son a better student, is improving the grades, that's when you know you're onto something really special.
He's the one-take wonder, isn't he?
Great job.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
except for that
Nice
other
and
one I
tight.
messed up.
Oh,
Is that it?
Thank you so much.
awesome.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I heard several great ones.